It's a very good day from Walt Disney World in Orlando. We're at Magic Kingdom. And when I say we, I'm Scott.
I'm Steve. I'm Andy.
It's good to be back. I say first time in like 8 years or something like that for me. I'm really excited for this. I haven't done anything Disney in such a long time that I really don't know what to expect. I've just been asking you two so many questions. I'm excited. So what should I expect?
Magic.
Magic. Go on, Steve, what should I expect today?
Frustration.
Frustration?
No. It just operates very differently to a lot of other theme parks that you've been to. So they've got a lot of like RFID technology and the photos and fast passes, and you've got to kind of be on your phone to plan a lot. It's very much like a planning theme park.
So it's not spontaneous, where you just go, I'm going to go on that ride, and that ride?
Not really, no. You've got to kind of like plan it out, which we have done mostly. So
you have?
I think, well, yeah.
I'm just going with the flow here.
I'm doing stress levels at 10. No, it's not that bad. But one other thing to just add, if you do come here, we've walked from the car park. We've been about 20 minutes to get to the ticket centre. And then now we've got to get to the park still, because you can't just get to the park. You've got to like use some transport option. You've got a few options. You've got the monorail, you've got the boat, and I believe occasionally you can get the bus as well if it's busy.
Well, at least they've got them. Should we take the boat then?
Let's go on the boat.
Let's go. So let's go and see what there is for adults here at Magic Kingdom, because lots of people say that Disney is just for children, but free adults in this vlog, so let's see. Is there going to be stuff for us to do? I'm sure there is. Looking forward to this. If you do enjoy this video as you're watching through, please hit the like button, it's a little thumbs up below, and please comment. Right, I hate boats. This is going to be a great start. Wasn't as bad as I thought getting into the park. Stephen and Andy had made it out like it was going to be some sort of horrendous thing, but it wasn't too bad. But we're in, and we're just waiting for rope drop now, and I think we're going to Seven Dwarfs first, because Stephen and Andy are both saying it's awful. I remember it being quite good in 2017, but...
To be fair, because there's three of us, what you can do is, it's on a Vekoma mine train, like next gen one.
We're allowed to say that?
I don't know, but it's like, it rocks.
Yeah, I know.
So if three of us on it, and we're like giving a good little, we're probably going to be swinging on it, aren't we?
Come on, be positive, man. Come on, for goodness sake.
Let's hear it for Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
Well, hi everybody. Good morning. Gosh, great to see so many amazing friends.
It certainly is. Oh, I have a feeling today is going to be the best day ever.
You said it, mate. And now that we're all together, we've got a surprise for you. When everybody heard that you were gonna be here, they just had to come and give you a great big Magic Kingdom welcome.
And here they come now.
Hi, Don. Now that everybody's here, I think it's time to start the day.
And that means we're going to need just a little bit of magic.
I bet these folks can help with that.
Oh, I know they can.
On the count of 3, everybody shout, "Let the magic begin!" Are you ready? 1, 2, 3! Let the magic begin!
Well, we've watched the welcome show. I think that's great.
Yep.
What's the plan, mate?
Well, the plan was to do the Seven Dwarfs because it's not really on the fast pass. You have to pay extra for it. It's been down all morning for the hotel ERT, and there's a bit of an overspill coming out. So I think it's best to try and hit that one later on today.
Does that mean we're not going on?
It means we're not going on, unfortunately. But there's other rides around here because all the crowd has gone there, which is pretty quiet, so we can jump on some other things in the area.
And what is in the area?
I think Ariel's Under the Sea.
Little Mermaid.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
It's an omni-mover attraction.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we might as well. It's just next to it, so.
Let's go then.
Hey, where you been? I've been waiting for you.
Oh, this is such a great story about how Ariel became a duke.
I've got gadgets and gizmos and plenty.
If we should be like a happy, but they said to the people, under the sea, sing for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look like a boy too shy.
We've just been under the sea, but we didn't get wet. What's going on? It's a good ride, that, you know.
Good food putts.
It's very good free
It just constantly takes people, so it's all right. You could spend a bit of money on it. The animatronics are pretty cool in
I was
there.
going to say, they all knew the animatronics.
It's relatively a new ride. This was done, I believe, with Seven Dwarfs, this area of the park.
Right,
it's all
okay.
kind of redone, so a similar age.
Ah, fair enough. First time I did it, 2017, it sort of blew my mind how fast the queue moves. It's just mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I think we're going to have a look and see if we can find some characters, as that is a big part of this park, is getting your photo with the characters. So
Meet and greets. Yeah. I really do feel like a first timer here. It's been like so long since I was here. I don't know where I'm going, what we're doing. I'm very much following the lead of these two gentlemen.
People might be thinking, oh, why are they doing waste of time with that? Well, we've actually got we've got a fast pass for Tron, which was $21 each.
How much?
$21 each. We've got a fast pass for Big Thunder, Space Mountain, and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And Tiana's for later.
Did we have one for Haunted Mansion as well?
Did we have one?
Yeah.
No. Oh, did we? I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, maybe I didn't get Big Thunder. The thing is, you've got to keep going on your phone. So
Yeah. You didn't get Big Thunder Mountain?
No, I didn't. It's Haunted Mansion, not Big Thunder.
Yeah.
But Big Thunder has some good throughputs anyway, so we should be okay with that.
Right, well, we'll let you know where we're going when we get there, because I have no idea.
lawnmower experience. Steering didn't do anything, so I'm just holding it straight. Basically, seaway. The steering wheel's allowed to make a big recently. It's going to be like yeah, if you try and steer though, it just doesn't.
So I've come to the conclusion an hour into the day that Andy and Stephen are just on a mission to really confuse me. We're getting ride names wrong, we're walking back and forth from area to area, we've got time slots for rides. What is this nonsense?
Well, the thing is, the way the system is, it tries to make you walk around the park a load. I think it's to tire you out, and
I think it's to make sure that we lose some timber and get on all the rides.
yeah. Well, we decided that.
You've decided that we're doing People Mover.
Well,
and you've made a great choice.
We've got like half an hour to kill.
Yep.
So we're going to do a meet and greet. It doesn't start till 10. And the People Mover's usually pretty quick to get on. It does move people.
Really?
It's in the name, yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. I can tell. You've been on about it all day already.
Oh, it's a brilliant ride.
I know it is good.
Brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuida a sus niños. Gracias. Please step carefully onto the moving platform, then step into the car. For your safety, remain seated at all times.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Borak 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky, the absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster labs, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Thank you.
Felt like a wild mouse, though. Hi.
Progress City inspired Epcot, and a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover. I wonder if that means there's a tiny Borak. On your right is Star Traders, home to the greatest goods in the galaxy. Except actual stars. Those are no longer sold.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Speedway, a Tron Light Cycle Run.
I love a good circuit, and these are two of the best tracks of the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition.
Attention all visitors from Galaxy M31. Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
today.
Please contact Mr. Johnson in the control tower to confirm your flight to the moon. Thank you. Attention all visitors from Galaxy N31. Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
Going to see Goofy in a second.
And fun, perfect, you guys.
Thank you very much.
Have a great rest of your day,
Thank you.
guys. Make sure to share. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Make sure to scan for those extra photos.
It's great to see you. You must be the captain of your ship.
I am. That's why I'm designated to jump in first. So.
Oh, I bet you're a great captain. Do you prefer sailing or do you like swimming more like landing?
I prefer being on top of the deck, not under the water or anything.
That's exactly how Eric feels too. Maybe you don't get on a ship. Grimsby gets a little seasick from time to time, so I'm sure he'd appreciate having you in the
You're right,
No, I'm alright.
Are you okay?
Fucking silly.
Is the heat getting to you?
Oh, it's toasty today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Very, very hot here at the Magic Kingdom today.
Yep. Do you know what's quite funny? I don't know about you, mate, but I've had some messages from home about how it's snowing.
Yeah.
It's like 30 degrees here, so
Very toasty.
it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system when we get home. So, what have we been doing anyway, mate?
Well, I'm trying to remember where we last.
Well,
We've done a few character meet and greets. We met Goofy, Donald Duck,
yeah,
Ariel,
yeah,
and we're now going to Space Mountain
yeah.
to do our first proper ride of the day.
Did you enjoy the character meet and greets?
I think it's a nice filler time between doing the big rides. If you have got a fast pass booked, it's nice to get in the air conditioning a little bit,
Yeah.
especially the first one we went to. Lovely and cool.
Something I've noticed, like compared to when I last came here, is you basically now, your day is controlled by your mobile phone rather than you just sort of going from ride to ride and just picking what you want to do as you go. You're basically governed by your phone. So it's like nothing's like spontaneous and oh, just go on that ride. It's kind of like everything has to be planned out, and it's, you guys are used to it because you've been here more recently than me, but for me it's very, very odd. And I'm sure as I visit these parks, Disney parks more often, I'll get used to it, but I don't know. Are you guys used to it? Is it something you get used to?
It depends if you've got the Disney Genie.
Yeah.
If you haven't got the Disney Genie, you can just wander about. But when the park's busy, the Genie is a must.
Yeah.
Even though you've got to plan all your day out, it does make it more beneficial in getting on the rides. You can do things like meet the characters, some of the flat rides, rather than standing in queues
Yeah.
for hours. I would recommend the Genie.
That's fair enough.
You're coming here definitely. If the park's quiet, I've been here on Christmas Day, one of the best days I've ever been in the park, almost walked on everything. But the park's an experience and it is different from other parks.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not complaining, it's just different. It's just weird. I'm getting used to it as we're going, but it's kind of like, oh, we've got 20 minutes, what we're going to do, we'll meet a character, which is good, because like you say, you get the chance to do it, but it's also a little bit weird how like every ride is planned out at a time, long before you get to it, so very weird, but what are we doing next?
Space Mountain.
Let's go. Although, one thing, I don't think we'll be able to film on this, will we? It's a bit dark in there, isn't it?
You can try. There'll be sound effect the ride.
Sound effect the ride, yeah. So if there's not much on-ride footage, that's why. If there's some, then I apologise if it's rubbish. But yeah, Space Mountain next. was Space Mountain, Mr. Nervous Friend?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Trim brake airtime.
Trim brake
Block
airtime.
brake airtime, should I say? It doesn't slow you down, does it? It's not a trim brake. It just goes straight through. Ejector.
Ejector.
Great time.
How does it compare to the one in Paris?
The one in Paris is more modern, so that's like a Vekoma launch coaster.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer this one.
Yeah.
It's a bit rough and ready.
Yeah.
It's kind of classic.
Classic?
It's a classic.
Classic.
It is indeed.
What does Andy think of the classic?
I think it's absolutely brilliant. Still running great. They enjoyed that one. They preferred a little bit more like what Hyperspace Mountain is.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more theming and screens going through it, but still a great ride. Absolutely loved doing this one.
Good stuff. I thought it was great. Really, really enjoyed it. I remembered absolutely nothing about it, which always helps. So, yeah, nice one. And now we're going for food, I think.
Grab some good while it's early.
Yep.
And then hopefully Tiana's will come up and we can go and do that water ride you want to do.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? Just as you're tucking into your cheeseburger, we're going to get the call.
Yeah, you get a bit of leeway, so you haven't got to rush.
All right, okay.
As long as you head off like relatively soon when it's cold, you're all right.
Right, food then.
Splash Mountain. No, Tiana's.
We've just had our dinner in a place where a guy called Ray was singing. He was one of your friends?
Yeah, Cosmic Ray.
Cosmic Ray.
Lad got a voice on him.
Yeah, he has. What's the plan now?
We're going to Tiana's, which is one of the new attractions here, reimagined.
Yes.
It's a boat ride.
Yeah.
You won't get wet.
Oh.
It's in Florida, so you don't want to get too wet, do you? You know, like in 30 degree heat, no water needed.
So for context, it used to be Splash Mountain. It's now Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah.
Has it only just opened this year, has it?
Yeah, just this year, yeah.
Just this year. So kind of a new ride then?
Yeah, it's kind of a new attraction to the area.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really fits, but I think we should go and find out and see how it is.
Well, our boarding group's been called, so it's time to go on board British Airways. I mean, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and well, I would say take a flight, but we'll go and sail around what was Splash Mountain.
Just a word of note, it is virtual queue for this one, so
can you not just turn off the queue for it?
No. If you don't get a boarding group, you don't go on the ride today.
This is why Universal's better.
Yeah.
Stray there. We're leaning again.
Yoo-hoo! Any fans down here? Come on,
Just doing what I do.
Boat station.
Tiana wasn't kidding, y'all. This Zydeco band she found can play. Hallelujah!
They can play. No doubt. We've all been here to play.
Alright, this rah-rah band can jam.
All of them to But we've got to keep searching high and low.
How long can I go?
To the party! You got very new time.
Fuck!
Knock it out. Sorry, Matthew. Stephen, we don't get wet in the back. It's looking quite smug right now. Get away with it. We have got a lead on.
Tiana sure knows how to make a party special. Just fill it up with special people like you.
Oh, back in my day, it was called Splash Mountain. It's Tiana's now. And now over there, Big Thunder Mountain. Now, if you go there, be careful. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Is he okay?
I just feel
I'm
like
starting to worry.
This is great, isn't it?
At the request of Stephen, we've come over to Tom Sawyer Island, which we'll talk about shortly. But first, review of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Well, I don't really remember Splash Mountain, so I'm not going to compare it to that. I know the other two will probably do that, but I just thought it lacked any character, to be honest. But I've not seen the film, so maybe it's really good and really fits in with the film and everything, but I was just kind of like, what's going on here? It's not great. It's not memorable, I think is the best way of putting it. It's just not a great ride, I'm afraid. I've seen a lot of criticism of it online. Went in with an open mind. I was just looking forward to going on a water ride in very hot conditions. Got a good soaking, but in terms of the ride itself, it's not very memorable. But to be fair, I could say the same about Splash Mountain because I don't remember a lot about that either. So I'll ask the two Disney fanboys what they think about it. Go on, what do you think?
I suppose it's not too bad, but I do think that Splash Mountain was the far superior attraction. I just thought there was a lot more animatronics. It was all physical rather than screen-based attraction. I'm sad that's gone, but I think they kind of had the hand ties and they had to move it on to something else, which is a big shame. But yeah, I think it's okay. Just a little bit of a difficult story to follow. I think you have to see the movie. I've seen the movie.
You have?
I haven't, no. So I don't know the characters or anything. So whereas Splash Mountain's a bit more, you just go on it and the story kind of told itself.
Thing is, Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
Universal. I've never watched a Harry Potter film in my life.
Yeah.
I could follow the story of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it just kind of jumps straight in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think it's something to do with a bakery. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff.
She wants to set up her own restaurant.
Okay, right, there we go.
I have seen the film and I kind of get it. I've liked what they've done with some of the screens and upgraded the ride, but sorry, for me I much prefer Splash Mountain. The ride itself, still a good ride.
That's
Still
the main
recommend
thing.
the ride itself, that part's absolutely brilliant and soaked. Again.
And why are we on Tom Sawyer Island?
Somewhere I remember from when I was little, so and I believe it's going.
Is it?
It's gonna. I believe it's earmarked to become cars.
Oh right, okay.
So this will all be getting filled in, no lake or island or anything.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to come on one last time and have a look around. Whoa!
What's next, sir?
We are going on Tron Light Cycle Run.
Powered by Enterprise.
I don't know, the People Mover is powered by Enterprise there, apparently.
Yeah.
Hire a car, People Mover. I'll sort you out. Sponsored by it.
We're not sponsored.
A lot of the rides are actually sponsored by like other... by Enterprise, yeah. It used to be Kodak, didn't it, back in the day?
That's right, yeah.
It was Kodak or Fuji film.
It's Enterprise now.
It's really enterprising that. Right, so it's time to go and do Tron. Never done it before. Hopefully the POV comes out. We've probably got one shot at this, so all three of us have got a GoPro set up. We've even got Steve Cam on the go, so we'll see how that goes.
Thumbs up the Steve Cam.
Should we go and do it? Have you got this, Cred?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Users, prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
Prepare for Team Blue Light Cycle Run upload sequence. Remember, hold on, keep your head up, and face forward. Initiate in 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, users. A championship performance and victory for Team Blue.
Winning at the end of every day.
What are we doing next, mate?
Oh, we're going to the Carousel of Progress.
Oh, we?
Leave it behind.
Yes, we are on our way to the Carousel of Progress. However, we've not done a Tron review yet.
No, we haven't, have we?
And what I would say is, it's actually a really fun coaster, but it is way too short. But it is good fun. I enjoyed that one. I hope the POVs come out a little bit, because it's quite an awkward one to film when you're basically lying down, but hopefully it's come out. Yeah, in the dark, and no wrist mounts allowed on that one. But yeah, Carousel of Progress. But first, I'm going to turn the camera on Andy and see what he thought of Tron.
I thought Tron was quite good.
Yeah.
They really enjoyed it. The theming and everything through the first part station, oh, fantastic. The first launch, loved that. Middle bit outside, good. But I just feel, same as Scott, the ride's far too short. Excellent ride.
Block break the ride. No, I don't really like the metal bar that comes on the back of your leg.
No.
It's quite tight. I don't know if it's tight on you, Scott,
Yes.
but I find it makes it a little bit uncomfortable. When I was speaking to the cast member, they said if you don't want that, there's like an alternative car you can go in. It's at the back of some of the trains. I had to go in that, and it was great fun, to be fair. So a little bit different riding position. But again, it wouldn't be good for your POV though,
no,
because you're right at the very back of the train. So, but yeah, I think it's a relatively short ride. I have done the motorcycle previously, but it left me in a bit of pain for the rest of the day with how tight that metal bar was on the back of my leg. So, yeah, the ride, it's all right, just a little bit short, but it is what it is. I think I'm a big fan of Tron, the movie. I think it's a great movie. I don't think it really shows much of the movie much, but as an experience, the light cycle port, really good fun. I just wish it was a little bit longer and a little bit more exciting. It's a very much a family coaster in my eyes.
What's next again?
Carousel of Progress. Let's go on it. Behind there.
How does it go?
Oh no, you need to come and see. The song's in there. Come on.
64 New York World Title. Designed as part of the
Welcome to Walt
Disney's Carousel of Progress. You're in for a real treat. The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it. He introduced the show at the World's Fair in New York City in 1964, and it was an immediate smash hit. Our show still revolves around the same theme, and that's progress. May the century begin.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day.
Now, James, I thought I told you to ask my permission before using my new stereoscope. It's not a toy, you know.
Ooh la la, so that's little Egypt doing the hoochie coochie, eh, Dad?
Shit, knock out. She's the star of the new World's Fair in St. Louis, and you put that away before your mother finds it.
Aw, Dad.
You heard me. Well, we have one of those new talking machines. Now that is something. It plays music right here in our home.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. He keeps that thing going all day long. Progress.
Oh, Papa.
Yes, Patricia?
Papa, all these people. I'm indecent.
Don't worry, Patricia. They're friends. That's our Phew, boy. Hottest 4th of July we've had in years. We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20-some-odd years ago. You know that pilot fella, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never going to make it. There goes Schwartz in his Huffmobile. He sure loves that horn. You know, in my new Essex, I've got an electric starter. Now I don't have to crank. We can travel from New York to Los Angeles by train in only 3 days. And we've got a house full of new electrical servants. Mr. Edison sure added life to our home. Considering all the conveniences we now have, I'll say that we're really on easy street these days. It just can't get any better. Just goes to show that there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. Our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. Well, we're caught up in the do-it-yourself craze these days. We're remodeling our basement in something called a rumpus room, and we're looking forward to a few rumpuses, I'll tell you, as long as they don't get out of hand.
John, this papering is getting out of hand. I could use a little help.
Now, Sarah, didn't I set up that clever automatic paint stirring machine for you?
Yes, John, you're a genius. Of course, this will ruin my food mixer. Not that you'd care.
Oh, good old Sarah, always the last laugh. Well, it's time to move on. Let's cheer up Sarah by singing our song. Come on, everybody. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Feels like I'm really there.
Okay, get ready. You're about to blast off.
Here goes nothing. Whoa.
All right, here it comes. Oh, you missed him.
Hey, everybody, I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them to do.
Great. Tell the refrigerator to bring me a root beer.
Well, it can't quite do that. But I'll show you something it can do. Tree lights 30% brighter.
Oh, that's no big deal. Anybody can do that voice activation stuff. Watch it. Roller, speak.
John, the oven should respond to your voice commands now. Give it a try.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Temperature to 375.
Temperature increase to 375.
Hey, check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975.
Temperature increase to 975. Big mode overload. Command error.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
Big mode complete. Enjoy your meal.
Anyone for pizza?
Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined.
Man, what a game. I really smoked those guys.
Yeah, and maybe sometime in the new century, your father will learn how to talk to our oven.
Well, maybe by then ovens will read our minds. But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, Who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday everything's gonna be so automated you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day.
Turns out there is a great big beautiful tomorrow, and Stephen's been singing it the whole time.
Shining at the end of every day. It's a great big beautiful tomorrow. No, it's good, isn't it? Do you enjoy just the historical, like?
I love it.
I quite like how they bring the same facts up in the different scenes of like the progress that's been made. Like, what example of being able to get from New York to LA in like 8 days, and then it gets shorter as time goes on. I just thought it was really good. It's nice to get out with the sun for a bit as well in there, and just sit down. It's just what you want, isn't it?
A must-do attraction for you here?
I like it. Not many of my friends do, so I'm glad we come with you because you seem to like it.
I love it. I love it.
I think you've got to do it for me.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm not doing very good with this framing. There we go. So, would you recommend it?
Definitely. It gets you off your feet for 20 minutes. And it's the way they've done it's brilliant, going through history, all the different things. I've always loved this. It was one of Disney's first sort of attractions they done at the State Fair?
Yeah, World Fair, I believe, in New York.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Little rest, get out in the sun, well recommended.
Yeah. Please don't ever remove it. That's my request. I constantly see people online saying they should get rid of it. Why? It's a historical attraction, it doesn't get in the way of anything. You learn a little bit about Walt and the company that this is. Brilliant, I love it. I'd quite happily do it again if we have time. Fantastic attraction. I believe we're going to go and see the Seven Dwarfs now. How was it?
I enjoyed that.
Why?
I like how you can like rock the car.
Yeah.
Which makes it quite fun. The throughput's pretty good on there today. The queue kind of constantly moved. There's a couple of times where it paused a little bit, but nothing too bad. Yeah, it's a fun little family coaster, really. It does get quite a queue though, like consistently. So I'd say try and do it early. That was our plan, but unfortunately, due to the technical issue it had in the morning, it made it not really viable. So we've done it. What about 3 o'clock-ish, 3:30ish?
Yeah, 3:30, isn't it now?
We queued just under an hour for it. So the advertised time was much higher than what it actually was. So well done, team, operating the coaster.
What do you think, Andy?
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
I like the film.
Yeah. Yes, I have watched it.
Yes. I actually loved the theming right through the whole thing, especially the interaction stuff.
Yeah.
In the queue line, they got water fountains you can play about with, and they've got these little barrels. If you give them a good spin, poof, and then you get the characters appearing on the ceiling. Absolutely brilliant. I agree with Stephen completely. Brilliant family ride. Again, get in as quick as you can.
Yes.
You know, quirky, wee wiggling, get the carriage moving.
Yeah, it's good fun, that. I thought the queue moved really well. I think they're just chucking the trains out, very, very efficient. And that's one thing you'll find when you come to a park like any of the Disney parks, I find, is that the staff are always very good at what they do. They're very, very efficient. So Stephen's checking where we're going to next.
This is the thing when you're here, you've got to like constantly go on your app to find out like when you're next. You're very much phone locked, and that's one thing I don't like about it, because I don't like phones by rides.
No.
And this you shouldn't really have to keep. This dictates your day, like you said earlier.
Yeah, it does.
It's a little bit of a frustration. Takes a little bit away from the magic. It is quite handy. All your photos and everything go on it, so that's quite good. We've been having a good giggle at some of them, haven't we? So.
Especially ones of Andy.
And me.
Yeah, and one of me that will not see the internet.
That's what Scott thinks.
But yeah, I think that's really good. But yeah, I just feel like it'd be nice to be a little bit more free.
Yeah.
To do what you want and just queue. I don't know. I feel like we need to go back on like the fast passes a little bit and just reset. Like everyone goes standby.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think
Europa Park style.
That'll get a load of hate because I know the Disney like fans really like the fast pass stuff. But I'll be honest, just get rid and go Europa Park
Europa Park
standby.
style. That works properly, because then the queues just constantly move. Right, we're going to go and see some pirates, I believe.
Yarr. You knew that was coming, didn't you?
Didn't actually.
Batten down hatches. There be squalls ahead. Strike your colors, you blue cockroaches! Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow!
Now, you scurvy skunk! To see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face when he hears tell 'tis only me what's got the goods. Keep still. I'm studying the map.
How was the pirates?
It was very good, very good. Well-themed attraction.
Yeah.
Little details like the roof having like cloud projectors and just really immersive.
Now what?
We're going to see the skipper on the Jungle Cruise.
Alton Towers Rapids.
Welcome aboard the world famous Jungle Cruise. My name is Skipper Lee. I'm going to be your host throughout this season long. I am one of Santa's holliest and jolliest of all the skippers. Now we're going to head off into the jungle to find some airdropped cargo. It's full of presents and decorations. Don't be sad. Don't be disappointed. We will find our gifts. We're not having a blue Christmas on my boat. Now we're going to start our journey off in the Amazon rainforest. This is one of the stops that Santa loves to make during the off-season. He really loves rain.
Okay, we've done Jungle Cruise. In my honest opinion, it's not very good. I'm told it's better when it hasn't got the Christmas overlay, but don't really see how. But we're going to go and do Big Thunder Mountain now. It is very dark, so I'm not even going to attempt to film a POV on that one. However, after that we're doing Haunted Mansion, which I will film on because it's a dark ride and we'll be able to see stuff. But a coaster in the dark with no light on it. With no light on the camera, you won't be able to see anything. So the next POV will be from Haunted Mansion.
Here where you see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
At this time, drag your bodies away from the walls into the dead center of the room.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching, or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
Flash voices, speed, no flash spirits, brightly sensitive spirits.
Well, we've done the Haunted Mansion, excellent as always. It's now time for the Hall of Presidents, and then that is going to be our day over here at Magic Kingdom. So we'll have a quick look at the Hall of Presidents and then we'll wrap this all up.
Now, the Walt Disney World Resort is proud to present the Hall of Presidents.
This program is dedicated to the memory of Walt Disney. In 1971, his love for America inspired the creation of the Hall of Presidents, a place to celebrate the optimism and goodwill he saw at the heart of the American story. Walt's vision was to honor the nation by honoring the American presidency.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States of America.
Well, we've come to the end of our day here at Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. We're going to start with a Steve Cam review.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello. So, let's start with Haunted Mansion. We did that. How was it?
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
It's a bit of a scrum when you come out of the stretching room.
Yep.
It's funneling you into a single file, which is fair enough. I don't know if there's a way of making more queue space before the ride, because I think that's the issue, is that the queue's not quite long enough to satisfy how hungry those Omni movers are.
Yeah.
So the only way you can do it is just by screaming at people to basically move into space that isn't there.
Yeah.
And it is a little, it's not really the Disney experience, is it, that you sign up for, but it is what it is. I enjoyed the ride itself. They've got a new character in there, the
headless guy.
Headless guy, the hat in box, I think they call him,
yeah.
Or something like that. Or I don't know. It's a guy that holds his head in a little lantern thing. So whoever that guy is, he's new in there.
He's headless.
For me, so. But yeah, I think it's a great dark ride.
Yeah, it is.
I find it just really interesting from beginning to end. There's lots to look at, lots going on, and I always notice something new every time I go on it. And that's fantastic. That's what you want in a ride, lots of detail.
And then we did the Hall of Presidents for your first time.
I did. I've never done it before. It was actually really interesting.
Yeah,
I found it really interesting, and I actually enjoyed it, and it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because I was kind of sold it as, oh, there's just a load of presidents and they stand up and say their name and sit down again, which it wasn't at all. There's quite a nice video before.
It's a 20-minute history lesson, basically.
Yeah, and it's good, because I didn't know a lot of the stuff that they were going on about, so yeah, I'd recommend popping in. If you haven't done the big rides, I'd probably leave it, but if you've done all your rides and you're kind of just wanting to enjoy the full experience, and make sure you don't miss it.
Sum up your day at Magic Kingdom.
I think it was kind of better at the start, and then it just kind of got busier and busier and hit critical mass at about 4 o'clock. I don't know. It was like everyone swamped onto the park, and it just became a little bit unpleasant towards the end, but overall it's one of the better days I've had there, so I'm going to give it a 1 thumb up on the Steve rating.
Out of how many thumbs?
2.
How was your Magic Kingdom experience, Andy?
The overall pretty good today. Enjoyed the atmosphere. The rides were really good. The 90% of the staff were really good, friendly, interacted with you. Unfortunately, trying to get out the park was a nightmare.
That was ridiculous.
Getting, you know, you're talking, what, 10 wide, getting funneled into a single doorway, people coming back through the doorway through one of the restaurants. I've never had it quite like that on just trying to exit the park. I've had issues when they've changed over the events, which I understand, but trying to come out the park and going into, what, double door.
Yeah. The thing is, you've got people coming the other way with hot food.
Yeah, they've got hot food, they've got their trays, so obviously you've got to let them through, then you've got people in buggies, you've got them coming in from all sides, and you're just trying to exit. They'll not let you go down the pathway, because obviously fireworks are on. But I think you used to leave a section clear on the pavement.
Yeah.
So you could at least exit down. But no, they just bottlenecked you right in that corner outside I can't remember what the restaurant was, but they're putting you into the wee hot dog place.
I think it was Casey's.
Yeah, it was just a complete nightmare. But everything else, I've had a fantastic day.
Okay, now it's my turn. First visit since 2017. I don't want to end this on a negative, so I'm going to get the negatives out of the way first. And the last hour or two in the park was actually unpleasant for various reasons. Mainly, I think the Haunted Mansion thing was poor. Even from the minute that we joined the queue, the sort of batching was really bad, and it's probably one of the only times I would say this about Disney, but the whole crew on there just seemed really rude. From the bit outside right until we got on the ride, it was like they would, I know it might be part of the theme, but they were like literally shouting at people, and in like a really condescending sort of tone, and it's like, look, this is Disney, don't speak to me like a piece of rubbish. It's like, come on, do better. In terms of the ride, absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad I've got back on the Haunted Mansion. Great ride. I did the similar thing at Europa Park last year. That's great. The one here is better. Maybe the one at Europa Park's better now because that's been redone. But all in all, I really enjoyed it, and that was excellent. The other issue is, like described by Stephen and Andy, was the getting out of the park was like some sort of challenge that at the end you got a trophy, because it's just that obviously it's busy, you've got the fireworks going on, I get that, that's not an issue. The fact that they are funneling thousands of people into a tiny shop when you've got other people coming out with their food. If it was me with the food, I'd be like, what the hell's going on? I'm trying to get out of here with food. So that would annoy me, but I was worried that I was going to knock into someone who was bringing hot food out and ruin their meal. So that was just really badly organised. Right, on to the good stuff. The rides here are great, especially the dark rides. We've had a lot of fun. We've done the meet and greets, we've done the rides, the ride throughputs are incredible. The rides here are a lot of fun, a lot more fun than I remembered. Is Disney just for children? No chance. There's loads here to do for adults. It's a lot of fun. I regret leaving it so long since I came back here. It won't be another like 6 or 7 years until I come back. It will be probably next year. Probably come and do the Halloween stuff next September when I'm back. All in all, a great Disney experience on Your Experience Guide. Fully enjoyed my day here. Really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I paid the excessive amount for a one-day ticket, which is never happening again. It will be a 7-day ticket next year, but all in all, stunning day, loved it. Looking forward to coming back next year. If you have enjoyed this very rare Disney video here on Your Experience Guide, please hit that like button. It's a little thumbs up below. Please comment, please subscribe. Many thanks for watching. See you next time.